Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crazy mine. I've been doing a lot down here, so let's have a look. Okay, so if you remember from the last episode, I said I was going to dig out a 300 by 300 square under my quad witch up perimeter, and you can't even see the end of this because of the render distance. I have actually achieved it, and I have been flying around here quite a lot because it's massive. I'm not walking all this way, but I did eventually get it done. And please don't anyone ask how long this took, because I have absolutely no idea. It was hours. It'd probably make me cry if I actually worked that out. And I didn't record it all, I didn't time lapse it all. So that was just a small selection at the beginning. But yeah, we got it done. I know the easiest way to sort a perimeter is to use the TNT dupers from above, which is what I'm going to be doing in this episode. But I wanted to do a little bit of manual labour as well. I didn't want it to be too easy, so I wanted to get this done first, just to appreciate really what I'm actually going to be saving myself, because this took so long just to do 3 layers. So can you imagine how long that would be to do the rest of it above me? It'd be absolute. Ooh, diamonds! Didn't see them. Nice. Anyway, so yeah, that was a lot. And I need to fill that. I need to fill those back in. I can't leave that like that. So yeah, I do want to leave this flat. So that actually brings me on to the next thing quite nicely. This, I want to cover it all in water, because when I bomb this, I don't want all of this level to go. I don't want it all to just be bedrock. I want it to be completely flat. And this all, if I cover all this in water, once all this gets bombed and the TNT comes down to the bottom, it's not going to do any damage to what's below. So that will be done very, very soon. Okay, so this hasn't been too painful doing this, apart from taking out the lava. That was absolutely insane doing that. I used a method where you drop gravel into it and then just dig it back out, because I didn't want to cover it in water and turn it into obsidian, because that would have just been even more painful. So it was just a gravel way, and yeah, it still took absolutely ages. And I haven't watched on this for a little bit, and it's absolutely mad, isn't it? It's so huge. Right, so these beacons, I can get rid of these now. Well, I actually need to, because I don't want to accidentally blow any of those up. So I've got 8 of them, and I'll get all the gold blocks back as well. And I did actually move one of them. I think it was this one. Am I going east? I think this is the east one. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, so I removed that one, and that is now in there on top of those emerald blocks. Let's see if I can get in there. So this slime farm is still up and running, and I've obviously removed some of the spawning space so I could get this in. And this one, actually, can I get up there? This one actually goes through my AFK points, so that's the red glass over there. But this slime farm is still absolutely crazy. As you can see, I've still got loads of slime coming, and this is quite well lit up now. Everything down at this level is completely lit up. We do have quite a few slime chunks, as you can see, so there's another reason for covering this in water, so we'll stop all those spawning. And then, aside from the beacons, I just need to get rid of these ice paths and the little bit of redstone I've got down here, so just so I'm not wasting anything. But I think what we should do now is get up to the AFK point, to the little temporary platform we built, and we'll have a look at what items we got out of this. Okay, so we're back up at the storage area with our unfortunate beacon placement going right through the middle of it. But anyway, this is the stone, and I set aside 15 chests for stone, and at various points throughout me digging, these were very, very full. But as you saw last time, I was trading with these villagers everything I got out. So now, all I actually have is one double chest of stone. That's all I've got left after trading everything. And it has repaired my pick a few times. Not that one. I did have an accident. I dug out most of what was under here with one netherite pickaxe. But I had one moment of not concentrating, and I broke it. I couldn't believe it. It just got down too low, I wasn't looking, and that was it. It was gone. So, luckily, I did have a couple more, so this is number 2. I should probably name these, actually. So, that was a minor problem, but never mind. These things happen when you're doing big projects, so let's have a little sleep. And the other little thing I had to do, which was a bit annoying, I got so many emeralds, I had to start crafting them into blocks. That's no good, is it? And yeah, these are the diamonds I got. That's not bad. What's that? 7.5 stacks, and those little ones I got there, and I did use the fortune pick for a little bit, and I got 40 diamonds. So that is going to be fun. I'm going to put this onto a pile at some point. Tell you what, once I've got this perimeter done, and I've got all witches up and running, this will be my reward to pile these up and fortune them down. So I'll look forward to that. But I did do one more thing. Actually, what else have I been doing? I've been crafting up these slime blocks as well, because this slime farm is still going absolutely crazy. I've got tons in here, and we've got plenty of coal ore, redstone ore, obsidian. This was painful, and yeah, just the usual stuff when you do a lot of digging. So yeah, we've done very well out of this, but it's not about the resources, like I said last time. It's about getting rid. So I did have one other problem. I had a really terrible food situation, so let's go have a look at how I solved that. Right, so we're over in the nether, we're above the bedrock, and if you follow those torches, that goes back to my gold farm. So I've just come this way, just to get out of the spawning range of that, and we are in a crimson forest. Now this, you may recognise it, because I built it from tutorial, block for block. This is a hoglin farm, designed by Razorworks, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's meant to just be rough and ready, and it'll get you what you need. And this, I AFK'd for one night, and I have a full chest. And I've also taken a shulker box worth out of here as well. So my food situation, definitely sorted out. Highly recommend building one of these farms, and I will put a link to that tutorial in the description. So that's it for now. Let's get back and get on with this perimeter. Okay, so we're back over at the perimeter, and one of the first things I need to do is get rid of this water, because I'm going to be using TNT to remove all of the blocks, and if we have water there, that's not going to work, is it? So what I've done, I've been around the edge with netherrack just to mark out where this perimeter is actually going to. So this line here, this is where it was originally going to go. So this was the 128 blocks, which is the minimum distance away from the AFK point, which is that red beacon over there. So as you know, I've extended that to 150 just to give me a bit more room in the AFK area. So this goes all the way around, and what I've done underneath as well, I've done this right down, because unfortunately we do have water around the edge of this as well. That is going to be a problem once I start removing all this and things start blowing up. That'll just flow in. So I've built this wall all the way around, and where there's water, I've built it 3 thick. So this will probably get damaged quite heavily at some point, but I can just fill it back in. But I thought having a 3 thick wall, that should be very helpful in keeping things out. So we've obviously got a little bit more terrain that I didn't remove the first time I did this, because I was originally going to do it at this size, but we can destroy that as well, not a problem. And then the new extended version does also go through this village as well, so that's alright, we can get rid of that. The only problem area I can think of is going to be this bit, this Badlands area. This is actually quite high up, so these flying machines that I'm going to be building to move the TNT dupers across should be built 20 blocks above the area that you're destroying, and this is, I think it's about 20 blocks above here, so I'd need to build it even further. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem, and if I build it that high, it's not going to reach down, but we can do a little test. We can sort that out. I do have one slightly annoying job that I need to get done before I can start removing this water. So it's these. I don't want to lose these villagers. These are my breeders up here, and these, I've got 2 that I need. I'll probably put them in the trading hall actually, or I don't know. I might just move them where I'm putting these ones. So what I'm planning on doing, I was going to take them over to my village or to some other safe area, but I think the safest place I can put them is actually in the nether. So if I just build a nether portal just here, work out where it's going in the nether so it doesn't interfere with my other portal that's just over there, I can move those through pretty easily, and maybe even set up like a temporary trading area in there, and then they'll be out the way and I can get on with it. So let me get on with that now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is all done, and that went surprisingly well. So I've even got the 2 breeder villagers from up there, all the spares I had in here, and then all the ones that I've been trading with over here, and now all being sent through this nether portal and into the nether. So let's just have a look at this, what I've set up for them. Okay, so this is it, and as you can see, I've got all the workstations around here, so all of these are still getting the trades and are able to reset them if I ever choose to trade them while they're in here. But for now, they're nice and safe, so this nether portal will stay here, and then I'll be getting rid, I'll do it now, get rid of this one at this side, so nothing can get through there from this side and attack them, and they're pretty safe in the nether anyway. So I think what I need to do now is get rid of all this, and then I can get on with removing this water. Okay, so this is now much tidier. We've got all of that villager infrastructure removed, and it's all ready to be bombed pretty much. I've got a few shulkers and chests over here, which I will get rid of. It's just random stuff in here, really, mainly from trading. So we'll get rid of all this, and then we can get on with doing this water. Okay, so I've been across to the desert, and I have grabbed 3 full shulker boxes of sand. So that should go a fairly long way, and then I need to grab something else out of here as well. I need my sponges, and also a diamond hoe, because you may not be aware, but the tool for breaking sponges now is now a hoe. So this was never a thing before. You used to have to punch them, and it was really slow and painful when you were using them over and over again. But now with the hoe, nice and quick. So got everything I need. So I'm going to get on with sectioning this off with the sand, and then taking the water out with the sponges. Now, looking at it now, I didn't think it was going to take that long, but this is going to be a few hours, isn't it? This is a crazy amount. And there are some deeper areas over there as well, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to have to torch it all up as well, because the advantage of this water is no mob spawning. But as soon as I take it out, lots of mob spawning. So yeah, I'm going to have to be very, very, very careful with this. So let's jump into a time lapse, and let's get on with it. Okay, things are looking very different around here. All the water has gone, and this took a while. I underestimated it, and then I thought it was going to take a little bit of time, and then I did it, and it took 10 hours. 10 hours to get all of the water out of here, sectioning it all off with the sand, using the sponges, drying out the sponges, which I did do in the nether. I didn't cook them. Have I missed a bit? I've missed a bit as well. I can't believe it. But anyway, 10 hours this. Absolutely crazy. But now, we are in a position where we can start doing some TNT duping, getting the flying machines going, and bombing all of this taking it all down to bedrock. So I've done a little bit more down here, so let's go have a quick look. I have actually filled in all the water, so it will look horrible and dark and gloomy now, but there's a few torches in the places where I could put them. So yeah, this is all covered in water now, so when I do actually bomb everything right down, this will destroy the blocks at the bottom, which is what I want. And I do still have the slime farms there, so they are going to be affected, but we can avoid those for now. I do have a plan, but we'll get on to that. So as you can see, there is a beacon still over there, but I have removed most of them. There are, I think I've left 2. Yeah, there's 2 at the south. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then there's the one in the middle, which you can see if you just peek through there. So let's get up to the top, and we'll talk about what we're doing next. Okay, so these are the 2 beacons that I've left, and you can hear that witch farm chugging away. But these 2 beacons, I've left these here because I might actually dig out a bit of this. It's a little bit in the way, and this netherrack is the edge of where I'm going to be bombing. So I'm going to get rid of a bit of this. Not all of it. I'm not going to take it right down to there because I've really had enough of digging. I've had enough. I just want to start blowing things up. So these houses, they're going to get destroyed as well. I'm not going to take those out. And the other bit, it was just over here. I have taken the beacon out though. There is a little bit just there that needs to go as well. But yeah, I'm going to bomb that as well. And as you can see by all this torch spam, all of this is completely safe as well. I took all the water out and I made sure that every bit of it was torched up so we won't get any mob spawning. Well, that's until I start blowing it up anyway. So I think what we need to do now is have a look at the design we're going to be using for these TNT dupers and flying machines. I'm sure you've seen many videos of people doing this, and the most famous one is Ilmango, and he has some crazy world eater video where basically you build one machine and it takes out the whole area. I'm not going to be doing that, and also that machine has a little bit at the bottom that takes out all of the liquids, so the water and the lava, it gets rid of that for you. Again, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that manually, even though I've done most of it. I think I've got pretty much everything, but if I see a water or lava, I'll be going down and getting it myself. This is going to be a bit of a combination of manual labour and an automated machine. But the design I'm going to be using is from Nitro Zombie, and I love this design. It's exactly what I was looking for. It's a really good combination of really effective, but really, really simple as well. So for my brain, that's exactly what I want. So I will put a link to his video in the description, so please make sure you go check that out and give him a like. And I'm just basically going to show you exactly what he does in that video. So first up, let's build the TNT duper. So I'm going to go a little bit off the floor so I don't blow it up. And I am just going to use stone for now because I can't find any scaffolding. So I don't know how far I've gone up there, but it's probably nowhere near enough. So let's just build across here. And I've built this thing quite a few times now, so I should be able to do it from memory, but I probably won't be able to. So, and the other thing is as well, I've only ever built this in creative, and there's a lot of going up and down, so this is going to be tricky. Right, let me get on with it. Okay, so the key to this, slime blocks, and I've got a ton. Most of those are full, and I've got a few chests up there full of slime blocks as well. So I go in a little pattern like this. Now, I'm not going to explain how this works, because, well, basically, I don't know, because I'm not that smart. But I really want to encourage you to go watch Nitro Zombie's video, because it's absolutely amazing. And as I say, I have built this a few times, so I am doing this from memory, so hopefully I won't get it wrong. I didn't pick up the coral fans, did I? Alright, let's grab those. So I did actually go find a coral reef, obviously, because I've got these, and I've set up another portal, so if I do need any more, I can go do that. But for now, this should do me. Ow. Alright, and what I like about this design as well is there's 2. So you can actually duplicate the TNT when the machine is going both ways. So I did see some designs that don't do that. They only work going one way. Alright, so that's where the TNT goes. Now everything else, I believe, is from above. That looks about right. And I need a minecart as well. Bear with me. Okay, so then on top of here, what we need is an activator rail. And then a minecart on top of that. And what this is going to do, this is the thing that is actually going to ignite the TNT. And then we've got the wall there, and that will stop the minecart falling off when this piston pushes it back and forwards. I think that is it, but I feel like I missed something. But alright, let's give this a go. I need to get rid of a few blocks. Is it alright? Right, you go away. And that one, thank you. Get rid of these as well. Now, if I just put a lever on here, this should now work. So the first time you use it, it's going to push it across and grab the TNT. That primes the system. And then when I pull it back, it should release the TNT, but then leave one on here. Hopefully it won't blow up. There we go. So what I could do is just keep flicking this backwards and forwards, and it'll get me a load of TNT, and I still have this main one here. That's a very, very brave sheep. So this works, but this is not what I want. I don't want to be using a lever. So what we could do, if we're a little bit smarter, is put a clock on this. Is that right? I always get these the wrong way around. Right. No, that couldn't have gone any worse. That one like that. And if we put this here, this will create a clock, and I'll get tons of TNT. But again, this is only going to go in a straight line all the way down, which is not what I want either. We want to be able to move this. So what we need to do, right, can you finish please? So what we actually need to do is build a flying machine and attach this thing to it. So I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to do that on camera because I had trouble doing this. So I'll get that built and we'll have a look at how that works. I've rebuilt it here, and I've also connected it to the flying machine they're going to be using. So this is also from the same video by Nitro Zombie. So if we just jump up here, we should be able to set this off. Although I do think I need to remove that pillar first. So let me just do that and then we'll get back on with it. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So that piece of obsidian there, this is very key. That has to be in the right spot. It has to be at the same level as this one. And when it gets there, that is what is going to send this machine back this way. And if it's not there, it will just continue off into the distance, breaking things for as far as it could go. So we don't want that. So that's definitely there. That's at the right height, and there's nothing below it. And then over here, this is where the magic happens. So all I need to do is turn on this lamp, and this observer will set the whole thing off. And when this lamp is lit, it will stop when it gets back, because what will happen is this observer will actually power this obsidian and then power the lamp, and that's what will set it back off. But if you leave it turned on, it won't set back off again. So I'm going to turn this on and leave it on, and what we should see happen is this flying machine go over there, hit the piece of obsidian, and then come back and stop. But I can't do that yet because I actually just need to prime this. So if we just do that and then break that and that, we should get one blow up. There we go. Now if we set this off, we should get a lot of noise and a lot of TNT, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. Absolutely brilliant. So this is going to be very, very noisy, but it's doing exactly what I want it to. Now this is obviously a very big area, so I'm going to need a few of these building, and that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to build a lot of these things. I did say I had a plan on which way I'm going to do it, and this is actually the way I'm going to go first. So this is west, and there's nothing under here as far as I know. Actually I do know. I know there's nothing under here going this way. So actually you can see now it's on its way back. So it's hit the obsidian and come back, so that's brilliant. And then once it gets to this one, it should just stop. And then I can hear myself think and explain what else I'm doing. And that stopped. Brilliant. That did quite a lot of damage, didn't it? Right, so yeah, I'm going to go this way first, and I'm going to move this obsidian all the way to where that netherrack is, so it can blow up everything over there. I might take out a bit of that hill as well. And I want to have this quite wide, maybe as wide as this slime farm, going all that way, so we have a big tunnel, channel, what's the word, ravine, I don't know, going all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to do that both ways. Although going east, there's a bit of a problem, but I'll explain that in a minute. And then from there, I'm going to go north, sorry, that's south, and north separately, because what I can't do, as you can see, this is actually outside my render distance. And if you have fly machines going into unloaded chunks, strange things can happen. So I can't have them going all the way across. What I'm going to need to do is have them go from the middle and out to the edge. And I did actually test this in creative as well, and in a copy of this world, and it did some really funky things when it went out of the loaded chunks. So definitely not going to make that mistake in survival. I'm going to do this properly. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take out a bit of that hill first. I'm going to move that obsidian to where the netherrack is, in line with that, and I'm going to build a few more of these. And I'll probably do that in a time lapse as well. So let me get on with that, and we'll start blowing some stuff up. Well, that was a bit of a learning experience, but we got there in the end. So let's just have a quick look at what I've been doing. There's a second beacon there now. So I added jump boost because I thought that'd make building these a little bit easier. And I was right. There's a lot of too high jumps that I needed to do, so it was very, very handy having that. First off, I set one of them off going. I think it was this one that I'm stood on actually. And that just went down there, back and forth, and it was all going great. So I then decided to add a few more in, so I added 4 on this side and 4 on this side. There was a few mistakes. I don't know if you noticed in the time lapse, but 3 of these didn't actually set off. Now, the first mistake I made was when I primed this, so there was a piston there, and then I put a redstone block on the side. That's how you're supposed to do it anyway, but what I actually did, I put it underneath, and this slime block dragged it across. So then when I broke it, this couldn't pull it back. So that one didn't work. I had to rebuild this TNT dupe on the front of it. And then on this one, I think it was the 4th one, I forgot to put this piston in. So that didn't work at all. So again, I needed to well, actually, I just added the piston in and then that worked. And then for some reason, these two, they didn't have the TNT attached when they got back. Some of the TNT duper was broken. So I think just down there, this grass was a little bit too high and it blew up. So I rebuilt these two. I built a little platform out so I could get out there, and I rebuilt these two, but because I'm a bit of an idiot, I didn't remove the platform when I primed the TNT, and this one sat on the platform and it blew up these 3. So I had to rebuild all these 3 again and a little bit of those. But in the end, we did get it working. So as you saw in the time lapse, I've got most of this down to the water now, but we'll set this off again. Because there is a bit more to do at the end, because there was some water flowing down. I had to get rid of some lava as well. But that went pretty well. There's not a lot of lava left. So this is working great. And this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a channel down the middle like this. And then I'm going to build these, well actually, those stations. I'm going to build one of these all the way down the middle of this. And then have these flying machines going either way. So I'll pick a direction and I'll do one at a time. But I'll probably go north first. I've got a little bit to do, bit of manual digging to do at the south. So as you can see, this is absolutely brilliant. This is working a treat, and it definitely beats digging, and it's so much faster. This took, ooh, I'm a bit closer, right? This took hardly any time at all. It was absolutely brilliant, so quick. Now I've had a bit of practice with building these things. Hopefully I won't make those same mistakes again. And this should go fairly smoothly. I'm going to learn my lesson and remove a little bit of these top layers, or I could maybe just build them a little bit higher, because they're definitely reaching down to the bottom. In the time lapse as well, you might have noticed the lava, the wall, they did look like there was loads, but lava does tend to do that, even if there's not a lot of it. There was just 2 single source blocks, and then 1 very small, very shallow lake. So I got rid of all that with about a stack of gravel, so it wasn't that bad at all. So once this gets back, I don't want to leave it. No, I need to turn the lights on, dark, so they'll stop. And then we'll go have a look at the other little problem that I've got. So I want to know everyone's opinion on it. Look at this. This is awesome. It's nice to have this area at the bottom open to the sky now. Because I've always seen this as like a separate area to the top, even though I know that sounds weird because it's in the same place. But now that it's all open, you can see that this is all coming together. And there's not actually that much to get rid of. So let's go have a look over at this side. So those stops now, they're not going to break. So the problem that I've got is over here, and I need to be exactly in the middle. So where's that? So in line with this red beacon, about here, directly below the inner one. So just here, this is where the tunnel for my dual spawners are. So they're about here. If I dug down directly here, I'd probably go into the tunnel where my cave spider and skeleton spawners are. So my question is, do you think I should keep those spawners? Because if I do, they're going to be out in the open here, so I'll have to build something around them. And I'm going to be taking, obviously, right back to down here. So if I'd have only done it to that one, I probably could have kept the skeleton spawner. But because I'm coming all the way back here, the skeleton spawner will have to go as well. So that's the question. Do I build something around these? Or do I just get rid of them completely? Up to you. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. But for now, I think I'm going to have to leave it there. I did plan on getting a little bit more of this bombing done, but I think with all the water removal and all the digging and everything else I've had to do in this episode, it's been a bit epic. There's been a lot to do, and I really just want to get this episode out. I want to show you what I've been up to and hear your comments and feedback on it. So I'm going to leave it there. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.